Hi everybody and welcome to Violin Worship, a primer, part 3. In this part we are going to actually start talking about playing chords with groups. Right? So just purely accompaniment. We're not doing any melody today, and there won't be, I won't discuss too many techniques for improvisation today. We're just going to start trying to get some of the basics down and helping you to figure out what notes to play. So, alright, so we're going to use the verse from You Are My King, or Amazing Love, the song made popular by the Newsboys. And so it's really basic chordal structure. There's only 3 different chords in the song. And so I'm choosing the key of D major. And so the verse, right, is just D, G, A, D, G, A, D, G, A, G, A, D. Okay? So we have the D major chord. We have G, D, and then we have G. And then we have A. And we're just going to put go back to D here. Alright, so G, D, A, D. Let's say that's our 1 chord, D. G is 4. A is 5. And D is 1. Really typical chordal structure. Now, what I used to do when I first started playing, I would just take the root note of the chords. So in this case, right, and do D, G, A, D. And that works. But if you look at those chords, and you think about guitarists or pianists playing, they're not just playing one single note, they're actually playing several notes per chord. And so with D chord, D major chord, we've got to add an F sharp, right, go up a major third, add F sharp, and then we actually add a 5th to that, so it's going to be A. Okay? And then G, we have B, and then D, A, we have C sharp, and then we have E. And actually with A, because it's a 5, a lot of times we'll add a 5-7. 7th. So that means even though if it's not marked at a 5-7, you can get away with sometimes adding 7th, and then in this case that's going to be G. Stand slipping. And then we have D, F sharp, and then A. So immediately you can see that this gives us quite a few more options when it comes to actually playing along with the chord. So for the first chord, for D major chord now, we could do D, or F sharp, or A. And then for the G chord, we could do G, B, D. A chord, we could do A, C sharp, E, or we can get away with G again as the 7th. And then back to D, F sharp, A. So we can choose any of those chords, or we can even choose combinations, such as, so I guess we could technically call this double stops in string playing. So we'd have D, and so D, A, F sharp A would be an easy one. We could do F sharp D, D, F sharp. When it comes to G, we could do more E, D, or any combination. A, I like the 4th on the E, and A, and then the C sharp. Or we could even go G, A. So we have a huge variety of what we can do. And sometimes though, we mix it up even further. We can do octaves, right? So we're just doubling the root. But depending on where the song is, if we want to build up towards a chorus or something like that, a lot of times what I'll do, so we're doing. So D, G, A. Now we go to G. right in the chorus, which is I think it's basically the same thing. So those are a couple of options to do. So now if we're talking about a different chord, right? We just figure out what the key is. So let's do another example here. So just help you out, because I know not all of you are trained musicians, and hopefully though this gives you a couple of ideas to work and really introduce you to playing with chords. So let's take a song in B flat. Ugly key for the violin, but you see a lot of songs for that. So if the key is B flat, all right. Usually you can tell this by if we're starting with the whatever the chord we start with and whatever the chord is we end with. Sometimes some songs get more complex than that, but generally that's a good rule of thumb. All right. So say the first chord we see B flat major. So we're going to have B flat, right? So the key is just going to have B flats, E flats. Okay. So that's going to be B flat and then a major third to D. Alright, and then we have a fifth, right? Perfect fifth above that, above B flat, and it's going to be F natural. Okay? And then, so let's go with a minor key now. So maybe, 1, right? And then maybe they change it up and go to 6, which is actually pretty cool. Key, so then we have G, alright? And G, and we do this with a dash across. That denotes minor. So we have G, but then go up a minor third, right? So you have to have B flat. So B flat. And then we have D. And then we're going to go to major. Okay, so I'm just coming up with chords right now. I don't really have a song in mind. And that's going to be F. It's 5. So F, up a major third again. That's going to give us A. And then we're going to have C. Okay, and then back to 1. So cool like that. So that's going to be B flat. D, and then F. And again, though, back to our 5 chord, or F major chord, we can get away with adding E. Alright, the 7th. So in this case, it's going to be E flat, which works out really well. Alright, so now let's say this is a faster song, okay? So, right, Amazing Love, You're My Key, it's very slow, right? So it's 1, 2. It's a great song for the violin. But let's see, this one's a little bit faster. Okay? So another technique we can do, instead of just playing double stops really slow like that, you know, what I like to do sometimes is do a little bit more of a chopped, very articulated chopped sound. So something like. Without the double stops, but I like it. The double stop sounds a little bit more solid, I guess, with the double stops. But you can do it just like this. Alright, and then that time I was just playing the root of the chords that were up here. Alright, so again, B flat major, with these 4 chords here, right? B flat, G minor, F, and then B flat. We've got quite a few options to go with, and we can even increase those options by using double stops. So B flat, right? We can do D, we can do or F, G minor, we can do G, obviously, B flat, D, F major, we can do F, A, C, and we can get away with adding that 7th, and that would be E flat in this case, and then back to B flat major. Okay? Now this is just basic. Okay, chords, these are the notes of the chords, and then a couple of ways you can add to that. Okay? But what I would do, again, is start off with just playing the root. So in this case, it'd be just the first line here. And after that, try to experiment by adding more chords, more notes, excuse me, into the mix. Alright, so hopefully, again, like I said, that's just a basic outline of how to play with chords in a band. And there'll be more videos, of course, of this, and hopefully I'll try to get some more videos out on a more regular basis. Alright, but hopefully this has been helpful to you, and at least gives you a couple of ideas going forward and how you as a violinist or other melody instrument can fit into a worship band. Thank you for watching. My name is Zachary Graft, and God bless.